Good morning, you guys. Here, reading from Costa Rica, breaking English news. Donald Trump has decided to threaten Venezuelan dictator. Good morning from Costa Rica, breaking English news. Today, the breaking news is about Donald Trump and the ships, the warships heading for Venezuela. And for the challenge he has on getting the main staff of Los Soles narco cartel to bring them to the U.S. Uh, in the first place, there are many comments about the real meaning of this Los Soles cartel. Um, Donald Trump is trying to impose and threaten a country that is pretty much like the size and the population of England during the Second World War, 32 million people and bigger, three times as big. Is he really serious about this matter? I mean, just the fact that he has the most modern electro laser, whatever, warships that can really threaten Venezuela with different bombs everywhere, missiles. Is it really effective? Now, will he rather back away if the country reaction comes up? There are a lot of milicians or followers of Maduro who are still there, more than perhaps 4 million. Um, and there are many others who are pro Trump, pro democratic system. It's a very complex matter. I dare say that Trump is not so familiar with Latin America as to say that his goal that he's attempting is for certain something that will bring him success in his undertaking. Many journalists, many people are very happy that Trump and the U.S. is getting involved on a war so that Maduro will be taken away from office and another president comes up. But others say that Trump is not doing properly right. The motive and is really good, but the attempts will take much more from him. Will exact more. More and more soldiers must come up to Venezuela in order to take over a country of 32 million people. And Americans are now visualizing that. Here in Costa Rica, we're glad that this is an orderly country, a democratic system, and now we value that. And we realize that many other countries in Latin America do not have that political system. Colombia's Petro is a accomplice of Maduro. He's a guerrilla fighter, and all the drugs are smuggled from Colombia out in Peru and Ecuador. There's no way to stop drug trafficking. They will always find a way. Ecuador, for instance, is a country where it's near the coca producers and the wilderness of Amazonian Colombia and Bolivia and Peru that promote and submit that drug into Ecuador. Then Ecuador will export into the U.S. or Mexico. There is no way out, but the U.S. is now playing the game that everybody wanted Trump to do, and he's gonna tangle up in his reins, honestly. Honestly speaking, because it won't be that easy. How will the new presidency take over? Who will organize the country? They must be submitted. Berlin was not that easy to for the takeover, and so Trump must assume that it's going to be a very serious task. Yeah, obviously, that means that the states cannot ignore that the relationship with Latin America is very real and very close. Even Mexico and the rest of Latin America, and the smuggling of drugs of all sorts into the U.S. But I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry for Trump. He is being used by many others to solve them their problems. This is part of what is really serious. Every country should solve their own situation, their own problems. But Venezuela was taken over by vote, and other countries like Colombia, they chose a leftist. Brazil chose a leftist guy. Nicaragua did too, and Mexico did too. And so they they cannot resolve their own political situations, and that's pretty serious. They are not democratic European countries, or a country like Costa Rica or Uruguay, or let's say Panama. No, Latin Americans are very irresponsible. And with the right hand politicians cannot afford to face up the problems, to resolve the problems. Like in Mexico, they turn to the leftist side. That's what happens in Mexico and in other countries as well. Sorry for this day. Sorry for Trump. You have a good day. Bye bye.